So the news recently for CN had me pretty shook. As some of you guys might know, like a while back, there was this like thing to vote for what people wanted to see, which character would get a buff. And there was characters like Egbert, I think Varna, I know for sure there was Angelina, which she lost, and a few more. And originally, I thought it was for a new SP unit. So for the longest time, I thought that was the thing. But turns out, it was for a new LLR unit. And that new LLR unit is Sonya. I'm honestly pretty stoked for this, so I cannot wait to see what she's all about. So with her, she's a physical DPS who's part of the Glory Dark Rebirth faction that can either be Demon or Cavalry class. Her talent increases attack and defense if you gain 1 stack of Radiant Power for Demon at the start, +1 normal attack range, and damage multiplier increases. Melee damage isn't reduced and gains Shadow Power, so +1 movement, and after actively attacking, she recovers 50% of damage dealt, which stacks 3 times. After a normal attack, she gains a stack of Radiant Power, and with skills, she gets Dark Power. Dark Power, Shadow Power, let's just call it Dark Power. So Dark Power, right? So when enemy dies, gain 1 stack of Dark Power, and if she already acted, then she can act again once per turn. Initially has a chance to get 1 critical chance from physical or magic, then heals and removes all her talent buff. Yeah, it's a revive. So that makes her lose all of her functionality. Okay, yeah, so this is kind of weird and mildly interesting. So Sonya is gonna be specialized as a normal attacker. That is very interesting. Okay, so I'll give it this, right? It looks like it's gonna be a permanent buff, the talent, right? Because I don't see anything here that has a turn duration. Both of it stacks 3 times, so wow. 4 range normal attack it's kind of funny. Because I'm not even prepared what her skills are like. So maybe it has something to do with like helping her with her normal attack or something. So this skill here, the passive, when having 2 types of Radiant Power at the same time, attacks first and teleport any square 3 blocks after battle. Yeah, I had a gut feeling that she was gonna have something like this, like a hit and run type of playstyle here. If you guys know Jace, that stuff is really annoying. But with Sonya's case, I don't think it's gonna be as bad as Jace. It's a single target and applies the target for each stack of Dark Power before battle, a powerful debuff. A passive here, and I'm looking at the skill icon, and it's pretty obvious that she's gonna be a Dark faction buffer. Wait, no, it's Demon. What? Troops ignore class restrictions? Holy crap. So not only do we finally get a new class faction buffer, not a faction buffer, so the way how I'm wording it is going to sound confusing, but not specifically like a faction buffer, but one that is specifically for a class type. There we go. So yeah, we haven't got a new one ever since like what? Leon and Lightbringer casting? Man, I've always kind of been stoked for, and yeah, here it is. This buff is gonna be so freaking huge. I'm telling you, like, Demon has always been known for having like high stats, but also having a huge weakness against Holy class. So now if you have Sonya on the team, you won't have that problem anymore. So yeah, it has a huge influence on PvE where, you know, enemies are, you get an abundance amount of enemies. In PvP, a certain bald man won't have any influence on you. There's another skill that has a passive that can do either magic or physical depending on which defensive stats is higher. Yeah. After entering battle with the skill, gains immunity to all damage by skills that can't be dispelled and is removed after being attacked in battle. Using this heals HP, dispels 1 debuff for every Radiant Power stacks. After using the skill, it replenishes 1 stack of Blast Radiant Power to act again. So yeah, so I think you lose it to act again, which I honestly really like. Using up her talent stack to act again, which just really makes sense. Lastly, you got her 3C. The passive buffs demon units, and each stack of her Radiant Power increases its own damage up to 30%. And with 3 stacks, the target cannot revive in battle. Interesting. It's a single target that dispels 5 buffs and then deals AoE damage and apply heal reversal for 2 turns. When using a skill, for every stack of Radiant Power, the AoE range is increased up to 3. Low-key, I'm kind of glad that we get to see heal reversal back. It's a thing that may or may not have a strong usage in PvE, but with so many strong healers in PvP, it really causes a lot of issues. So yeah, screw those healers. Okay, so seeing her be a LLR unit kinda got me feeling pretty excited. Because I did use it quite often back in the day, because I had like no other cavalry units. I didn't get Leon until a very long time. And seeing the LLR unit be announced, it kinda got me feeling worried from a balance perspective. I still have PTSD a couple months back. But yeah, I'm really glad that the characters that they've been releasing recently do look really fun and interesting. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to her eventual release to global. She's got a relatively safe playstyle of being a hit and runner, so it's a nice thing if you're the type that likes to play it very safe. Or maybe if you're like a really offensive type of player, then you're going to be using her 3C to go Rambo style just to apply heal reversal and do some crazy damage. The one major thing that baffles me, her faction buff allowing demon units to be completely viable. Now, some of them already can get away with it since it's built into their own kit, but demon units was always something that you would always stay away from since Holy does stupid amount of damage to them and they could barely do anything to them. Now, they can still technically be countered since there are some skills that do special effects against those specific class types, but if you look past that, areas like in PvE can finally work at a consistent rate. Even in PvP, it's something that you may want to consider since it does help her out to get her talent so that she has her range and more damage at the very start without having to work for it. There are some new soldiers. We got a cavalry one, increases attack and damage when fighting enemies in wood, mountain, grass, then after battle, causes the target -2 movement and cannot be guarded. Yeah, very situational. A new flower one for everyone block moved before battle, increases crit rate up to 30%. Hey, huge damage. Of course, there are new SP soldiers, the Dragoons. I know these guys are very basic. When attacking, attack and defense are increased. So now it's 25% rather than 30%. When fighting a unit with less mobility, then damage taken is reduced and attack is increased. Yeah, the buff is really good, but I think the Lizard Rider is still better. But hey, at least they look really cool. Next is the Mechanical Dragon. Hope you guys are familiar with them, because they should be a really common soldier. So before, attack and defense are increased and they take less physical damage. So now, yeah, everything is the same. If there's no allies within one block, then the soldier attack and defense are further increased by 15%. Yeah, a simple buff that still leans taking in less physical damage while dishing out more damage. Simply put, they're the best at it, so they are used very commonly. With the exclusive, it's a helmet for... oh no, it's Ymir. Alright, so, okay. When he has Radiant Shackles, gains Rage after taking damage. When he doesn't have it, after actively battle, apply a random number of Rage to all allies without a debuff up to 4. What? Man, I haven't really shown it recently, but I still really hate Ymir. In my own opinion, I believe he's still broken. I feel disgusted looking at this. Like, I don't know if you guys agree with me, because it's gonna sound like I'm straight up hating, but I think that he shouldn't get a stack of Rage whenever he takes damage. Or maybe let's have a cooldown on it, because it's Ymir. Second of all, apply Rage to all allies. I'm not honestly sure what that even means. But yeah, I'm very short-sighted when it comes to Ymir, so I want to hate, but like I said, I'm very short-sighted on him since I haven't seen or used him in such a long time, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay, for the casting skills, I did saw Adankelmo, but I quickly avoided what it looked just for this video. So if there's 2 of her portal around 3 blocks, she can act again. It says attack again, but it should be translated to act again. So yeah, act again. Each time she applies her portal, it can only trigger once. While on the portal, +2 range when using a range skill that requires entering battle. Ah, I was hoping it was also for AoEs. Or at the very least, maybe just extended range also for her 3C. Because sometimes it can be a struggle just to use it. But overall, I really like it. I mean, you got act again, an incredible range, for the single target at least. So yeah, her portal should have a much likelihood of having an uptime. Still wish that at least her 3C would have more range on top of that as well. The other casting is for, oh man, I forgot his name. I know he was from a Guyver collab. Some of you guys might flame me on this, but I do know he's a free character, so I don't expect too much. Ambition cannot be dispelled, but gains 1 additional stack of it after battle and restores 20% HP as damage dealt. Yeah, I could definitely be wrong here, but I think it just increases attack and defense. So yeah, free character, usually they're never over the top besides one recent character. So yeah, if you guys like him, still use him, then it might not be bad to look forward to. Now with some of the banners that I saw that might be interesting, get rid of with Ashen and Taranto, Destiny with Ymir, Adankelmo, Tiana, then another Destiny with Andrea. As for the content they'll be getting, Angelica Prize Roulette, Magic Conquest, 2 event that maybe give you Goddess and the Purge subscription for free possibly, or it's something like if you already have it then you get vouchers, which I'm pretty sure is to entice some people to get it. A Halloween farmable event, then a new snow weather map for the Odyssey. For the skins, the Echo Light for Sonya and the Lizard Rider, man, it's kinda nuts. There seems to be a thing going on with these like LLR units being influenced by something. Wait, actually, I'm pretty sure that's like their whole entire lore. But yeah, I'm not even sure what I'm looking at here. But it does look like that one covenant that you get last. That's all green, I don't remember the name. A Halloween skin for Elvis, also looking sick. And yeah, that's all the skins so far that I saw. Kinda surprised that there isn't more, but maybe it's not known yet. Alright, so that was about most of everything that CN should be getting in this update. So yeah, for the first time in a very long time, I am quite early to the news. So I am definitely missing out on a lot of stuff that I would normally see. Because these are the stuff that were shown on the website that I always use for seeing news related stuff. So by the time that this video is out, CN hasn't gotten this update yet. So yeah, just want to let you guys know. Yeah, finally glad that I am caught up on things, let alone be early to the news and stuff. With that being said, the new Sonya is gonna be great. I mean, someone who is buffing demon units when they are universally horrible, with the exception of a few, she fixes their issue, and you want to have some demon units with her so that she herself can get a head start on her range and damage, so that she doesn't have to work for it. And her playstyle of being a hidden runner is going to be something, and you can also like rush with her using the 3C to deal some crazy damage and screw over healers. And I'm really excited about that because healers in this day and age are insane. So yeah, I can't wait to see eventual videos of people using her so that we can get a good idea of what her potential looks like. But that's all I got. If you guys did enjoy this video and you want to see more, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Also, feel free to let me know down in the comments how you guys feel about Sonya or whatever that you guys saw in this update. With all that said, I hope that you guys have a good rest of your day and take care. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Your fellow Z.